Well, hello everybody and welcome back here on Eiersholt. We're now into late autumn. All the harvesting is done, including our grass that we got into our new hay dryer in the last episode. After harvest, it's been a busy period. We got a lot of cleaning up to do. There's various machines sitting around, especially down there by the wash bay, and we got some servicing to do. I also got the truck out because last night I did manage to talk to the dealership. We picked up a low loader. That's why we have a little bit less money than we did in the last episode. But we also need the pickup truck because we are going to be hiring a wood chipper so we can start getting rid of some of the wood over there. So today's episode is going to be a number of odd jobs, really. The animals have been taken care of. Everything's going well there. But we're just going to get down to the dealership here in the truck and the pickup here as well. So we'll get both cars down there to pick stuff up, and I will see you down there in just a bit. So here we are, pulling up to the shop. It's a little bit early. I think they're just about opening up. They usually open right around 9, but we're pretty good customers, so I don't think they mind if we show up a little bit early. I can see they already got our trailer out for us. We need to have a chat to them about leasing a wood chipper as well. Okay, I may have made a mistake. I thought they had a smaller wood chipper we could hire, but this is it. It's quite a beast. I'm not at all sure whether... Oh god, no. No, we're not going to be able to shift this with with our truck at all. Okay, we're going to have to get a tractor down here instead and get that sorted out. So bear with me for a minute. So we're almost back at the farm with the low loader, and the truck should be coming up behind us. Yeah, I see him there in the mirror. We did pick up all the spare parts for doing service on some of the tractors, so we just need to make a rundown and get the wood chipper picked up with the tractor instead, because yeah, that was a lot larger than what I had anticipated. I think I was thinking back to Farming Simulator 17. That used to be a much smaller model, but we need the flatbed to put on the combine, because it basically it needs to go back down to the dealership for its service. It's still under warranty, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna take our pickup down to the workshop, since we've got all the kind of spare parts and that. You can see the row of seriously mucky equipment sitting around here. The T7 with the duals, I put it back in the workshop thinking that we might need to take them back off, but actually we've got some groundwork to do. We need to actually switch that off. We need to get... Oh, left the lights on. That's no good. Drain the battery in no time like that. We need to get this one out as well and get a cultivator on it, so we can run over the field where we grew corn up on the other side of the stream. I think I'm just going to do the washing here. Then we can use the John Deere 8R here to run down and pick up the wood chipper once he's put the mower back. And once the combine is cleaned up a bit, it can head down for its service. The header needs a bit of a clean as well, but we're getting there. So the 8R will just head over and put the mower back in place, and in the meantime we can get the combine to drop off the header and then get it onto the flatbed, and we can get those two vehicles back down to the shop. And just as we're getting the combine loaded up here, we're getting the C7 with the twin tires sent out into the field so it can get cultivated up on the side where we planted the corn before. I think we're gonna try and get some winter seed in here. So he's going to head up to that top field and get going, and in the meantime we'll also be heading down to the shop to get the combine serviced and to pick up the wood chipper so we can start clearing up over by our new hay dryer. We don't want that timber lying around there for ages. Might as well get it chipped up. First, we're just going to get this guy going in this field. I guess technically speaking we could have gotten two going, but we want the other tractor service, so we'll get started with just the one. And that's our cultivator on the way. So it's time to get our combine down to the stores, taking into the workshop there. Got to take it a bit easy with this thing, and we need to put some warning lights on as well. And the 8R is waiting for us up here. He'll follow us down. So we have arrived down at the workshop, and we're just going to get the combine unloaded. Obviously they have much larger facilities, as you can see they're working on a combine over in the other shed already. So we're just going to park up the truck on the side here, and we're going to get the combine in. I think we're okay to leave the trailer there for now. And we got the 8R arriving as well, just to pick up the wood chipper here. It's not because it requires a massive amount of horsepower, because it's basically running its own engine at the compartment at the back there, but you just need something of a certain size actually to be able to drag the thing, because it's pretty massive. So we'll get that back up to the farm. Obviously it's a lease, so ideally we want to be able to finish the job today. Otherwise it's going to cost us another close to 4,000 euros if we keep it for more than a day. As we're heading back up with the wood chipper, we can see that we actually got our winter crops starting to come through here, so it's all looking good. We got successful germination, and as long as winter doesn't get way too hard, we should be okay. We've got canola over here on the left hand side, and then we've got the oilseed radish as a kind of green manure on the right hand side. So field over here on the right we will be ripping up again in mid to late spring to plant corn on. Obviously we want corn for feeding pigs and everything like that, so we need a decent sized field this year. Okay, so I think we got the wood crusher here angled reasonably well, so we should manage to get a trailer in underneath and still be able to work over here on putting the logs in. I'm going to have to cut them into some smaller pieces, obviously, to be able to drop them in. But before we do any of that, this 8R, turn the hazards off now, but we need to go and get a plough hooked up on that, and we can start getting the grass field turned up. We got a really good harvest out of it again, but it does need ploughing up, and it also needs an application of lime. So we get this hooked up, but then we're actually going to get the Titan spreader to do a run of lime over it straight on the grass first of all, I think. So it's time to get the Titan back out and get some lime filled in. We do have some lime left in the station, so that's all good. So while that's filling up quite quickly, we're just gonna go over and get a little bit more washed as well. That's another clean set of machinery here on Eiersholt. Let's get it put back for the winter. And while that's getting put away, we'll get the lime covered up and get the Titan out on the field, so we can plough the lime straight into the ground as well, and get the pH balanced out for the winter seed that we're going to put in. I think we're planning on putting wheat into this field. It's nice and nearby. We do have a field of barley a bit further down the road here on field 53, and then we got the top field. I think we're going to put sunflowers or something like that on it. That's going to be a later thing, so we're probably just going to cultivate it now and then leave it to sit over winter. We could have left it in stubble, but we might as well get the job done if we can. We can turn the hazards off now that we're in the field here, and we can get started on some lime spreading. And with the liner put away, we'll get the Massey straight into the workshop and get some of the guys to work on getting it serviced up, so it's definitely ready again for use in the morning. It shouldn't take that long, just to change the oil and grease everything, but nevertheless, just in case anything does show up, we'll get it packed in here. Before we start getting some of the wood chips done, I was planning to use the 6R here to pull a trailer, but we might as well get the bent loader wagon washed off as well and sorted out, so it too is ready for winter. So we got the Tego washed up, cleaned up here, so it's ready to go back over. It sits in the same shed as the liner, and then we can pick up a trailer to get some wood chips into. I guess the good news is that we still have plenty of space in our sheds for machinery, because we are probably gonna have to start thinking about some expansion of machinery as well, especially if we start buying even more fields. But let's get a trailer picked up for some wood chips. also just refilling some more lime. I know there's a way to get Courseplay to do all of this for you, but to be honest, I haven't quite figured those bits out yet. So we got the message it was full, and we'll just do a manual refill and get them back on track. So we've got the 6R kind of lined up here. We can move the arm on the wood chipper. So just need to get this thing started, and then we can start chucking some wood in. That's the roller running. So let's see if we can. I don't know if we can lift all of these, but probably gonna have to cut them into some smaller pieces. That looks to be feeding in fine on this size of branch. Obviously we have some bigger ones lying here in the middle. I reckon we're going to try and get those loaded up on the wagon and taken down to the sawmill as well, but it looks like it copes quite well even with these. The only thing will be these kind of slightly wonky shaped ones. See if it copes with it. See what happens when we try and... yeah, that's kind of what I thought might happen, but might have to pull it back out and cut it up again. So cutting them up into slightly smaller pieces seems to do the job. So it just takes a bit of patience. We might not actually have enough lime for this field, which is a bit of a problem because our truck is currently sitting down at the dealership waiting for the service on the combine to finish, but it's only 11:15, and I don't think they're planning on spending the whole day on servicing the combine, so we should have enough time to run up and collect some lime as well. Back in action, but this is pretty much the last load of lime. There's a tiny bit left at the farm, so we'll have to see how we get on. Back down at the workshop, we're getting to work on the Massey and see how much the parts are going to cost for this service. So it's 525 euros for the parts to get the Massey serviced, and since we've got the stall front loader here, we might as well give that a little bit of attention as well, just since it's doing a lot of lifting for cleaning out stables and such like. That was very cheap on the other hand, 6 euros. I think there was only one O-ring that needed to be replaced. Bucket, yeah, the bucket looks fine. No major wear or rust marks or anything on it, so we're just going to leave that for now, but that's good. We got one tractor fully serviced and sorted out, so that's good. We got a T7 that can go in as well, and then might as well keep up a little bit of the repair workflow here, but I'm just going to put this one back and get the T7 down into the workshop, and then we'll see how the combine is getting on down by the dealership. That's probably going to be quite expensive as well. So this T7 isn't too bad. It's got just shy of 16 hours running time on it, and it's sort of down in the region of half repair state. But I think it'll be a good thing to do over autumn and winter, making sure that we get our machines looked after, so we didn't end up with anything completely failing. Some of the field equipment will probably also need repairs, and we'll have to see which bits we can fit in here, whether we need to get a service trailer or something to work on these kind of things. Ouch. They're expensive to keep running. 1,270 euros for the T7 here. I mean, it is a big machine, and I suppose it's fair enough, but yeah, suddenly our bank account will start draining out quite rapidly, probably, as we've got a number of tractors and machines still to get through. This makes me dread even more how much the combine is going to cost. Let's have a look at that now. So the repair bill for the combine is 1,731 euros, so obviously a fair bit more, but this is a large and complex piece of machinery, so after seeing how much the T7 was, I was worried that this was going to be a whole lot more, but that I can live with. It is, after all, the bit that makes it possible for us to earn the money on the farm. So we'll get this loaded back up on the flatbed and taken back to the farm. So just as the truck is returning with the combine, a Titan has just been over and collecting those 9,000 litres left in the silo. So we definitely need to go up and pick up some lime. I don't think this is going to be enough to finish off the field, although we are making good headway, but invariably we're going to need more, so we might as well get a truckload brought down. Up in field 31, our worker is getting on quite well with getting the field cultivated, so it's certainly going to be ready, and the big question is whether we put seed into it before or after winter. We got a combine back and we got it off the flatbed, so it is ready to go for its long winter snooze here in the shed. So with the combine offloaded, just gotta park up the flatbed here, then we can pick up a trailer and get that lime collected as well. I think we're just gonna leave the flatbed sitting here, just kind of out of the way, and then this one doesn't really need to be undercover, it's a bit too long for that. So it's quite a long drive out to the lime station, but we'll head out there, and in the meantime I think it's fairly safe to get the 8R started on the ploughing in the grass field as well. Just on the way down to pick up the lime, I thought I'd stop off here in field 53. So you can see we got barley on here. It's doing quite well. Needs another round of fertilizer before full growth. We got a little bit of weeds popping through. Hopefully the frost might kill them off, but I can see the Titan has now run out of lime completely, so I better get going. And while the lime is getting collected, we're gonna get a ripper out onto the field here in the 8R. It's quite a large field. Might not finish it all today, but that's okay. We made a decent start on it, but we'll get a course set up for getting this ploughed up. Feels a little bit strange ripping up the grass, but it is good to rotate the fields. Oh dear, are we getting stuck here? Still a bit muddy around here, but we should manage. We're gonna sink the teeth down and start ripping up our grass field. So after a bit of a drive, we are coming up to the lime station. Get ourselves loaded up so we can get that field finished off today. So while we're filling up with lime, I thought I might as well get this telehandler to drop off the bale spike over here. I have to probably start thinking about getting more silage and hay into the feed mixer for the cows, but that'll be in the next episode for sure. We're gonna get this guy over and sorely needs a wash, and then we'll get, well, actually we don't need to get this one serviced, he just needs a wash really. See if we can get the branding to show again. Ah yes, it is a Massey Ferguson. So we now got a full load of lime in this trailer. And that means it's going to be quite heavy to bring back, especially here in the kind of muddy, gravelly roads. We've got to take it a bit easy because it's a heavy load. So we're almost back with our load of lime, but you have to take it really easy with this thing. It's very heavy. We've got a couple of hills to climb, and the weight of the lime in the turns really means you seriously got to slow down with this thing. Finally, we can get our lime delivered. I don't think it's going to take another full load for the Titan, but we'll see how it goes. I'll let the ADAR get past there first. But we'll get up and get this one loaded now that we got some lime back in the tank. So just as we're heading back to the field to get the last bit of lime spread out here on the grass, we got the message through that T7 has finished cultivating up on field 31, so we can get that tractor brought back down, get it washed up, and get it serviced as well, even though it's going to cost us a fair chunk of money, and probably take the twin tires off it for now as well. There's our T7, and field 31 is now fully cultivated, so we can even use the large seeder that doesn't do direct drilling on this field. One side aside, what we're going to put on it, I got a check on seasons actually. Let's have a quick look on that when we can put in the different kinds of oil seeds. So sunflowers can really only be put in spring, but on the other hand we already have a very large field of canola. We got a field of barley. We're going to put wheat on 32. We're going to put corn down on 29 and potatoes up on field 14. So we're pretty free to choose on this one what we want to do, and since oat has brought us a fair bit of money, we're still in the time window to seed some oats in this field. I think we might do that in the next episode. But for now, we'll get the T7 down, cleaned up, along with the cultivator. Then we'll probably get that one in for a service as well. Although it's still okay. It's not dramatically bad or anything like that. I'm just cutting up a few spare logs here so we can get this wood chipper fed up as well. Can I lift this? Oh no, that's too heavy. Too big a piece, but should be able to. Ah, not even that one. This one, on the other hand. So I'm gonna keep feeding this. Today was a little bit of a sort of hodgepodge of different jobs going on the farm. And oh, don't try this at home, kids. There we go, onto the belt. That will work better. But I think we're gonna stop it here for today. We've done quite a few different jobs. Lime's pretty much finished out on the field. The grass field is gonna get ploughed up. We've got one or two machines more to service up. And I got a bunch of wood here to tidy up, which hopefully when you come back in the next episode will be all cleared away. With the exception maybe of the big logs there that we gotta get up to the sawmill. So I hope you enjoyed seeing an episode where we did a few sort of different mixed things. Next episode we still got a little bit of winter seeding to do, And I think we also need to buy in some road salt. We got a salt spreader setting up in one of the sheds. And then get some feed mix for the animals and stuff like that, and generally take a look at how the animals are doing, because I think we're getting pretty close to the point where we're going to get calves. But with the wood chipper running away here, I think we're going to call this an episode for today. So thank you very much. If you do enjoy it, hit that like button, it does mean a lot. Or consider subscribing if you haven't already. But for now, it's thank you very much from Overquad Gaming, and see you again soon.